Hey, what's up zombies internet? My name is the last Gambit and welcome to the brand new video on this channel. And it's the ranking of all Call of Duty's Black Ops 4 Zombies maps. Now, I'm gonna put a disclaimer right here, right now. This is my own personal ranking, so if you guys do disagree with my opinion, that's cool. You don't have to go out in the comment section attacking me, calling me stupid or a hack or something along those lines. But what I will encourage is for you to guys comment down below what is your personal ranking of all Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies map, and just give your hot takes on why you agree and or disagree with my opinions. Also, if you guys could leave a like to show your support on this channel, I want to thank you guys all for reaching these incredible 8 subscribers just by alone, just making one 2-minute video, which is pretty much a video for my channel trailer. And also subscribe to join this zombies internet, as well as turn on those notifications so you can know when I upload my next video. Thank you guys all for all this incredible support. I will stop delaying it any longer and let's get into the ranking. Coming at number 8, we have Dead of the Night, the first DLC of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies, aka one of the least marketed zombies maps of all time. Now, I get the point of how Treyarch did this. They were gonna surprise the community with this one, but man, it's just fell flat on its face. Like, nobody knew it was releasing. Well, that's one of my bigger issues. When it came out, they just dropped on us randomly, and the Easter egg was very quick to beat by different YouTubers. Start off with the atmosphere here. It's bad, man. I have to say it's bad. It's cool, a theme like this cabin slash mansion in the woods type thing it's going for, but in my opinion it falls completely flat on its face. The novelty of it wears off in like first 10 minutes of gameplay. It brought back that feature from Verruct where 2 players are split on different sides of the map, but that was interesting and it sort of gave you a panic attack, so that part of Verruct actually had character in it with that gameplay mechanic at the beginning. But here it just completely falls flat on its face. There's way too many zombie variants or bosses. There's way too many bosses like the werewolf and just killing that thing unless you have the silver bullets. And just getting pack-a-punch on that map is one of the worst pack-a-punch openings ever. That's what I consider one of the most important things in a gameplay mechanic to get right in a Call of Duty Zombies map. It's the pack-a-punch. Don't make it too difficult, but don't make it too easy. Make it that an experienced player can get it easy because he's experienced with that map, and make it that a newbie and a new player doesn't know at first, but he'll of course eventually learn it, and he doesn't have to go to like 10 different YouTube tutorials. I mean, just unlocking the pack-a-punch on this machine, you have to be, I don't know, Batman or Sherlock Holmes, basically the world's greatest detective, and that's not what I think many players want in their Call of Duty Zombies experience. This map was just bad. If I was ranking all the Call of Duty Zombies maps, Dead of the Night will be like at the bottom or something like that. Just like the tediousness of it, the silver bullets is a pain in the ass, the pack-a-punch is a pain in the butt. So there's not more I can say about this map. The characters are interesting at first 2 times you played, then they just sort of become annoying, unlike all the other characters in like the Ether storyline or whatever. And it wasn't a very good first DLC in my personal opinion. Now moving on to number 7, we have Voyage of Despair. I don't even know where to begin with this map. Let's begin before the launch of Black Ops 4 Zombies. We were gonna play this map, we were gonna love the map, we were gonna go for high round attempts, we were gonna beat the Easter egg, this new interesting chaos storyline with what we thought are gonna be interesting characters on a very, very interesting setting, which was the Titanic. It hasn't been done before, Titanic with the zombies twist to it. Just the atmosphere and the theme of this map is cool, but that's the problem. Just the atmosphere and the theme of the map is cool. Everything else falls flat on its face. We thought they were gonna be like people, and then you can see them escaping on the boat as the Titanic sinks and there's the zombie horde and the zombie apocalypse attacking us. No, we only got that in the first scene of the map, and that's it. But the final boss of the Easter egg was just a big eyeball. Very interesting there, Treyarch. There's not even a decent place to train on this map, so if you're a high round attempter, just stop what you're doing and don't make your life difficult than it already needs to be. I mean, like, the only semi-decent place where you can train at was like at the very end of the boat where the last part of the boss fight of the Easter egg takes place. You'll see it on the gameplay right here. So the Kraken as a wonder weapon is very interesting, but it's nothing too special. It's a good wonder weapon, but it's not this incredible... It's not a Slickofire, I'll just put it that way. So it's a good wonder weapon, it's nothing special. I rank it at the same place as the ray gun. And there's just not many too great qualities about Voyage of Despair. The novelty of it wears off very quickly. Like, the theme and the atmosphere is good, but that's where that all ends with the qualities of this map. Everything is just close quarters. And the map, because of that close quarters, looks fairly small, but it's a huge map. But it's not in a huge map that it's actually interesting and has a good zombies flow to it, or the map flow in general. And just bad, and there's way too many boss fights for this very tiny map. So let's move on to the next place, which is going to be the 6th place, which is Ancient Evil. And I just realized, wow, I'm really tearing into these chaos maps. Ancient Evil on gameplay level is a very interesting map. It is fun. It fixes a lot of problems that Dead of the Night caused, which was because Ancient Evil was DLC 2 for Black Ops 4 Zombies. The Pack-a-Punch is a fairly decent way to get it. Any newbie can learn it on their own, and any pro player can do it easily on their own, and how the Pegasus takes you to a different location is pretty cool. And just again, the atmosphere and the theme of this map is great, but what weighs it down here and why is it still at the lower side of the list is because of just the chaos story issues in general. It just gives way too much plot. It literally holds your hand through the entirety of the map. High round attempts are pretty decent. There are areas where you can do high rounds, that's not bad. It's cool that they brought different type of wonder weapons for every different type of player, those gauntlet things. I forgot their names, sorry about that. I'll put it on the screen right now for you guys anyway. So this map is good, but it's not great. And that's why it's sort of in the middle, but not really. It's just under the middle. It's a good map, it's definitely better than Dead of the Night and Voyage of Despair, I'll tell you that much. So that's all I have to say about this map. The boss is interesting, and the ending cutscene was... If you cared about the Chaos storyline, I guess it's interesting. But for me, it wasn't. Again, this is my own personal ranking, so yeah. Move on next to the 5th place, which is gonna be Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega is one of those maps where I can tell you how to ruin an original zombie map. Nuketown Zombies in Black Ops 2 had this novelty to it. It was this one $5 simple map which you can purchase and just get the perks and Pack-a-Punch and go for high round attempts, and it very encouraged training. Camping on on Nuketown Zombies was very hard and nearly impossible, but that was a map where a newbie player can turn on and just train and learn how to train and eventually get better at training, which will eventually get him better in different zombies maps. Alpha Omega just takes away all of that completely and makes it unnecessarily huge. We were also hoping for a brand new Ether wonder weapon. We got just different variants of the Ray Gun Mark II, and that's not really interesting to me. Ray Gun Mark II should be in every map in my personal opinion, just like the regular ray gun. It shouldn't be this special brand new wonder weapon, because it's not. And the remake just ruins it for me, because it ruins that flow of Nuketown Zombies, and it's a bad remake. It pretty much devolves into running simulator, to unlocking the Pack-a-Punch, more running, to stopping the liquid and the Nova 6 gas spreading across the houses, more running. It just requires running all over the map with unnecessary tasks when you just want to sit there playing zombies. And the crawlers are by far the worst on this map. Yes, they're even worse than the jumping jacks, in my personal opinion, when they electrify you and you just can't even aim them, and there's like a horde of zombies in front of you and behind you, like on a high round. It won't end so well for you. But I'm happy that they brought back the Gavna Knuckles, which, in my personal opinion, it should be a feature on every zombies map. You can choose between the Bowie knife or the Gavna Knuckles. So, and just that bus in the center of Nuketown is not even cool or interesting like it was in Nuketown Zombies, because it had all those cool items there. It just has ICR and the Gavna Knuckles, pretty much. And the Easter egg, on the storyline side, it's really good, but then we got those slideshow cutscenes, and it was the map before the final map, before the epic conclusion to the Black Ops Zombies storyline. So on that side, it wasn't very interesting. It was interesting on that level, but it wasn't interesting, like the cutscenes weren't even CGI, they were just slideshows. And I get that, they were budget cuts, but the map, gameplay wise, is not that great, or it's not even that interesting in my personal opinion. Number 4, it's gonna be Blood of the Dead. Now, put down your pitchforks, please. Put them down. You don't need to attack me all of a sudden, because I've never seen a more split map. It's a 50-50 with Blood of the Dead. I fall into the category that I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I do think Mob of the Dead is better, but I don't think Blood of the Dead butchered and ruined Mob of the Dead, in my personal opinion. It's a novel take. They finally got to complete their map, because original Black Ops 2 Zombies Mob of the Dead was gonna be the entire Alcatraz Island, and we finally did get that. But gameplay wise, it's pretty much falls in the same category as Alpha Omega, which is a running simulator. Now that's a big issue with me, because every time you need to run over here, and like the new industries, I do feel like it's just a placeholder there. There's not really interesting besides if you're doing the Easter egg, but if you're going for high round attempts, I don't see you being there or even risking going on the catwalk, especially at higher rounds. The catwalk is literally doomed to you. And the only time I find myself going back to new industries after I leave it and just like Richthofen's lab and stuff is when I'm trying to get the Magma Gat and or if the Pack-a-Punch moved to that location. And also the moving Pack-a-Punch is very unnecessary and requires the map to become even a longer running simulator than it should be. On the storyline side, I love Blood of the Dead. The Easter egg steps make sense. It's the 7 stages of grief, I do believe, so that's really cool. And just like the whole theme of blood and the ending cutscene, which I know pretty much all of you have seen it at this point, but I won't spoil it. It's amazing. If you didn't, go watch it on YouTube or try to beat the Easter egg by yourself. But when I say by yourself, I don't mean literally by yourself. This Easter egg is really hard if you're doing it solo, so do be sure to play with buddies. The Magma Gat is great, and now we have another variant of it, which is pretty cool. But I mostly play in the areas of Mob of the Dead, and like the Magma Gat is just another reskin version of the Blunder Gat, so that's also not really it's fun, but loses its novelty very quickly. And just to get the Hell's Redeemer is an unnecessary long task, and they shouldn't have changed it. Also the bridge is supposed to be there. You cannot change my opinion on that. It shouldn't be a moving Pack-a-Punch everywhere across the map. The bridge should have been a playable area, in my personal opinion. Third place, it's gonna be Tag der Toten. So this one is gonna be very interesting because Tag der Toten is the map I firmly enjoy, because getting into the Pack-a-Punch is one of the most simpler tasks I could have ever got. Get a blue rock of element 115, give it to Hermit, and you're done. So the Pack-a-Punch is quite simple, and getting the golden Pack-a-Punch, which is a cool, brand new, innovative feature that Black Ops 4 Zombies did introduce, which in my personal opinion is great. It removes the plan that you need to Pack-a-Punch 5 times from all the other Black Ops 4 Zombies maps, and it just gets rid of that problem to get the double tap effect. But again, it's not superior to Call of the Dead in my personal opinion. Although in Tag der Toten, I do like that little Easter egg to George Romero. It's a great send-off to him, and because he was the face and one of the main characters of Call of the Dead. And the map now, because of the next generation of consoles, it does look beautiful. There's no fog covering it, and we can see the true beauty that is Tag der Toten. It's great, it's fun, but I cannot credit Tag der Toten for being that great and fun that we enjoy, but I have to credit Call of the Dead because it was that map that brought us into all of this. And just a new Wunderwaffe, it's just a reskin of the Tempest from the multiplayer. I would much rather have the regular Wunderwaffe than this sniper Wunderwaffe thing. And we were hoping at least for this was the final and the epic conclusion to the zombie storyline, but the problem is it was anything but amazing or epic. We got the Thunder Gun and the Thundra Gun, which is just a reskin of the Thunder Gun but weaker and causes actual splash damage. unless you're carrying PhD slider. Tiger Totem also weighs it down by its cutscenes. It's more slideshows, especially as the final map in the Ether storyline. It should be a fully CGI animated cutscene that would bring the player even further and make them sad, especially after that ending. There is not even a final boss or no mention of Monty. Everything in Alpha Omega pretty much set up, just Tiger Totem ignored in my opinion. Pack-a-Punch is interesting. The map has good flow, but I cannot fully credit Tiger Totem for that. I have to credit Call of the Dead. So yeah, that's all I have to say on Tiger Totem. Hermit was an interesting character for that one map, but that's where that ends. Now let's move on to number 2. So number 2 we have 9. What we thought is gonna be the least played map at launch of Zombies ended up being one of the best maps in Zombies experience. It's 9. This map, first of all, has great atmosphere and great theme within it. We're in this gladiator in like this old century in Rome where you get to fight this zombie apocalypse. Now we, for some reason, always thought it's gonna be only melee weapons on this map and maybe just get to regular gun weapons from the mystery box because it was put into that setting. The thing that takes me out a bit is when you have a starting pistol in that century, so that was really weird to me. The bosses were interesting. The Easter egg boss was very interesting in this map. I do like it. Now, this is me just praising it gameplay-wise. Storyline-wise, it's just more of chaos, which I really don't care about. It's not that interesting to me, so that's a thing. Also, the mystery box locations, I have a problem with them for some reason. I think they don't flow with the map as well as some different maps. That's how to get to the Pack-a-Punch, one of the most important parts, is very good. It's easy enough for a professional and a pro player at the map to get it, but it's also easy enough for, it's that perfect balance for like a newbie. He'll get it in like his 3rd attempt, maybe just one Google search. He just have to realize that he needs to hit those 4 bell things, just needs to kill those 4 bosses in each of these locations of Zeus and Odin, etc, etc. So that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And just like the map flow, especially in the center, is great, and all the cheering crowd and where you can get drops and different things from it, it's awesome. The map in gameplay wise is great, and if you're just looking for like gameplay and high round attempts, go for it. I regularly play this map. It's one of the rare maps on Black Ops 4 Zombies that I actively go out and play. Basically these first 2 are the only ones I actively go out and play. Others I play just for this example, for the sake of a video. Now let's move on to the final map, number 1, and which, due to the process of elimination, you can see what my number 1 map is, and I'm gonna get flack for this. Classified. That's my number 1. But hold your horses, don't attack me. There's no reason to attack me. But again, you can say your opinions in the comment section down below about Classified. I really enjoyed this map. 5-1 was one of my favorite maps of pretty much Black Ops 1 Zombies because they were the 2 launch maps I had access to back in the day, so I would play it a lot, as well as with Keener the Totem. So when they brought back Classified, they improved every single problem we had with 5. This Howl sucked. Boom, here's your improvement. And especially when you turn it into the Winter's Fury with the Pack-a-Punch, great. These elixirs really do, on this map, they improve the map. Elixirs do help and improve the map because 5 and Classify by default are just very hard maps to master, especially when you're training. You can only train in the middle section of the Pentagon. That's the only semi-valuable place to train, especially while doing the high round attempts. One thing I'll dislike, they got rid of Yuri, or the Pentagon Thief as we call him. And this map doesn't actually have any bosses. It has dog rounds, but it kind of removes that one important character of the map. The thing that makes the map very interesting, they sort of removed it. Also, there's not many reasons to go to the labs unless you're pretty much just getting the Winter's Howl, and even that you can also get the Winter's Howl from the mystery box if you're lucky, so that's also kind of pointless. The mystery box are on the same locations, which I respect, and the new areas that they do bring in fit in the map quite nicely, and I would say Classified is the only good quality remake that actually improves on its predecessor. The way to get to the Pack-a-Punch to actually go to Area 51 is incredible, and it's not too hard. You just link a teleporter. You just have to craft and link a teleporter. Getting the Winter's Howl is also very easy. You just have to survive rounds on the Area 51, and it can be a good bit confusing with the numbers and everything, but it is interesting, and it is what it is. It's fun. It's a great map. Storyline was great. It gave it incentive not to do like these very different steps to get to the Easter egg cutscene, but it actually encouraged high round attempts to get to the Easter egg cutscene, and those high round runners and speed runners in general would have a doozy with that, and that's awesome. So that's my entire list of Black Ops 4 Zombies map. If you guys did enjoy this video, again, leave a like, share the video with your friends, comment down below your own personal rankings and your own personal opinions. What do you think? You can disagree and agree and talk about it and have a discussion in the comment section. Also, follow my social media link in the description below, at least the Twitter. I'm still opening up, getting ready my Instagram and Facebook profiles. Also, subscribe to join the internet zombies or zombie internet. And of course, turn on notifications so you can get notified when I upload brand new videos in the future. Thank you guys for everything and this incredible support. You mean a lot to me. See you in the next video, and bye guys.